The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 408 of your daily deck review. And the deck that we'll take a look at today is the Purple Bicycle Parquet Playing Cards. And at least I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a really weird kind of name for these playing cards, but I think it's Parquet. Anyways, here we got the Purple Bicycle Parquet Playing Cards in the standard glossy finish tuck box here. And as you can see, you got the trusted since 1885 bicycle playing cards. The logo there, slightly in a different style compared to like the regular like rider backs and stuff. But there, in that kind of purple ribbon there. And then you got these multicolored squares. So you got some like some pink kind of squares, some like weird shade of purple, and some kind of green squares there. And kind of like different size squares there in different colors. On one side it says Aircraft Finish made in the USA with that ribbon kind of like the design of the tuck box kind of transfers to the side of the tuck box there, like wraps around the tuck box. On the other side says the United States Playing Company. Also, the design wraps around. On the bottom, you got the barcode and the corporate information. These are from 2019, the United States Playing Company, made in the USA, and the recycling logo. On the back, little sneak peek of that back design there. And then for the seal, it's just a standard bicycle I mean, no, it's a standard United States playing out black seal with the white border and the outlined white spade. On the top, it says the name of the cards, which I did not know before. I had to look these up. And it says right on the top, the parquet there. On the tuck flap, it's got a little bit more corporate information. On the inner tuck flap, you just got that kind of like square design with little solid, like purple kind of color. Now, if we take the cards out of the box, on the inside of the tuck box, just plain white, nothing too crazy or fancy going on inside there. So now that we took a look at that tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first we'll start with the back design. So here we have what looks like a mirrored back design there with a purple border going around instead of the standard white, so a fully inked back design, but it looks to be mirrored. So if we were to flip it over, same design in both directions, and that kind of square design there with those multicolored squares and that kind of overlap there. And was fully inked decks like this, if the more you use them, the corners could chip and like the edges could chip and start turning a little bit white. That's one thing to notice. But now for the cards you get with that. And here we start with like the first little add card there for the little app there on Android Apple on both sides. And we're to the jokers here. We got the first joker there, more of like a brownish kind of colorway. And says the US, the standard joker, which is Joker, and then the king on the bike. Then you got a colored one there, with more a little same design, just more like a pink tone to it there. And you got that custom, well, slightly custom ace of spades, which has bicycle parquet. And then you got the pink spade there. And then the United States Play Company made in the USA in that pink font. And then the rest of the cards are pretty standard. You got that kind of brownish kind of tone for the spades. And then you got the court cards, standard court cards, just in that kind of more pinkish and purple kind of colorway. And then the diamonds, look like a lighter kind of pink colorway, but standard diamonds. And then the court cards once again are in that pink colorway. And then you got the clubs once again in that kind of like dark brown colorway there. And then the court cards are in that pinkish colorway. And also the clubs are in that brown, but standard clubs. And lastly the hearts, Jack, Queen, and King of Hearts. There. Fully standard, just in that pink colorway. And the rest of the hearts are in that light pink colorway. And then the last card in the deck is the double backer of the back design. But now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And we know that it is that United States Playing Company air cushion finish. But first we start with the springs. And straight out of the box, these have a nice, good flex to them. They're not like super flexible, but they're not like super stiff or anything like that. So they like spring pretty smoothly. So most people will be able to spring these straight out of the box with no effort. Nice and smooth. Now onto the fans. This purple fan. And as you can see, they spread pretty evenly. You can see most of the pips and numbers. No real stickiness or clumpiness to those cards. And now time for the Pharaoh. Not a bad Pharaoh. They slightly stuck together, but they weaved pretty nicely. Now we're a giant fan of that back design. And now time for the reverse Pharaoh. The reverse Pharaoh was pretty similar, but still like, a little bit smoother. But they were both similar either way. And now we're a giant fan of the faces. Now time for the Riffle Shuffle or Bridge Shuffle. Pretty decent riffles there. No real issues there. They just got to be broken in a little bit. Then they'll get a little bit more smoother. But they're pretty smooth right now. Now for a few little packet cuts. Well, I say pretty nice packetability. There, they pack it pretty nicely. Not like overly slippery. Still pretty average packet cuts. But still pretty nice. There's no real issues with the packet cuts. And now time for that one-handed cut or Chevalier cut. And now time for the dribble. And I can definitely tell you, without even switching to the other way, that I think the back design is a little bit more slippery. Now for the faces. Oh yeah, you definitely got more grip with the faces up. Now for that spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well guys, they're pretty interesting kind of design for a bicycle deck there. What's that kind of square design? Not a bad design, but definitely not like definitely a kind of unique one, I guess. It's definitely not a deck for everyone because not everyone's gonna like this kind of style. I don't mind it. And it's not one of my favorites, but it's not a bad design. I do have another color of these somewhere in my collection that I'll review one day on the channel, so we'll get to those one day. So it might be a little bit better than this kind of purple design. It's kind of an odd color for back design there, but not terrible. And then for the faces, they're pretty standard faces. There's a swapped colorway. For the diamonds and the hearts are that lighter pink colorway. And you got the spades and the clubs, which are like a darker kind of brown tone to it. And then the court cards are like a pink kind of tone to it, like there, a pink kind of tone. And then my favorite card in the deck, not just because it's the Ace of Spades, but I love when they do like colored Ace of Spades. There for some reason, like the standard bicycle Ace of Spades, just in a different color. I don't know why. It just I like that design, kind of. So the faces are pretty nice there. I like that kind of a pink colorway there, and that's pretty much like a standard like color, so nothing like too crazy. Going with the clubs and the spades. And then for the back design, it's a decent back design. Nothing like too crazy. It's definitely not one of the first decks I would pick up and use. But it's not terrible. Definitely an odd color. And then for the handling, they are the United States Plate Company Air Cushion finish. So they're definitely like, they got a nice flex to it straight out of the box. Like they're nice and loose. So they feel somewhat broken in. Those are definitely nice and smooth. Because they have that air cushion finish, so they will be nice and smooth and spreadable. There, so no real issues with the handling there. So I guess with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. And this has been day 408 of the Daily Deck View. And this has been the Bicycle Parquet playing cards. And I'm the Canadian Card Collector signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.